In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to install this tonneau cover on a 2026 Honda Ridgeline. This is a vinyl tonneau cover. You can get them that they're solid. You can also get them that they're canvas. It all depends on how much money you want to spend and what you're going to use it for. But this one, for me, I'm keeping my truck in the garage, so I'm not going to have it baking out in the sun constantly. If you're in a hot climate like Texas or something like that, you might want to look into something a little bit more heavy duty. The vinyl ones will not last forever. Nothing lasts forever. But, you know, it's pretty inexpensive though. I bought it myself. It's not sponsored. I paid about $165 for it. So even if I need to replace it in 5 years, it's not that big of an investment. And it's really easy to install. It even came with a little closet light that you can put underneath the bed, but of course the Ridgeline already has lights under the bed, so you don't need it. Now the materials that come with this are really pretty good, especially these brackets. They're really heavy duty. They are nicely painted and they are solid steel, so heavy duty stuff. Now they give you a big roll of really thick foam for the top here up by the window, and I had seen some comments that said this was one area where there were leaks, so I definitely wanted to take my time. Now the hardest thing here was actually getting the backing off of it. That did take a while, but once I did, it wasn't very hard to install at all, and it certainly stuck well enough, but it's going to get pressed down by the tonneau cover anyway when I install it. And they say to install this as close to the bed as possible, not close to the window. Now just using scissors, I cut off the excess, but I definitely save the excess because I will use that in a moment, and you'll see where I put it. There have been some comments about leaks on this, and I used the excess foam to try and mitigate some of those leaks. Now one thing that you're going to need is a Torx bit. This is a T30 socket bit. This is a 3/8 inch socket. I like them because I have a whole set of them, but I do use and recommend a power drill, or in this case I'm using an impact driver with that little adapter. And I'm taking out the original screws that were there, and I think they just hold the bed liner in, but you use those screws with the brackets. So the brackets are made perfectly to fit in this position. I did keep them a little bit loose just so I could adjust things. And you can see there's some kind of a washer there. If the washer came off when I took the screw out, I would just put it back in on that side. I don't know that it does much other than maybe waterproofing. I'm not sure. Now these are the second part of the bracket. These are adjustable and they actually hold down the side tracks. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in a moment, but that same T30 bit could be used to tighten down those bolts. It does come with an Allen wrench if you need to. You can use the Allen wrench that came with the kit. Now while I'm working here to get the tonneau cover and bring it in place, the thing I wanted to point out here is the foam, excess foam that I used. You can see it right there on the side. I put it across the openings there to try and mitigate some of the water that might, rain or snow or anything that might come in the front. So hopefully that might take care of it. Now putting it in place here, you can see there's a little tab that sticks out, and that tab joins with the side track. And although I don't show it very well here, the tab fits into the side track and there's an Allen screw on it, and they give you another Allen wrench for that. And all you have to do is tighten that down to lock the two pieces together. And then I'll repeat the exact same process on the other side. And here I am lifting the cover and putting it on the foam, just covering the edge of the foam so that there's space up there. It's almost like a little gutter where the water will come off the window, and it's not actually going on the cover. And now I'm unrolling the cover to see if and how well the end of it fits, because I have to line up the pins to fit in the latch perfectly on the sides. And my first take on it is it was too far apart. So I needed to pull the side in to get it to click in place. Now when I undo the latch, you'll see the side moves. So I needed to do a little bit of adjustment before I could get it to work. Now the instructions were not clear on this, but I found extra hardware. There were lock washers and flat washers that fit those screws perfectly. And the big spacer washers underneath, they actually gave an extra set, so there were 6 extras, which means you could use 3 or 4, but the instructions show using 3, and that's what I used, and it worked out okay. But I assume the lock washers were added afterwards, after the instructions were printed, that is, and I decided, okay, I'm going to put those on even though it doesn't call for them. Now these pieces are slotted because they can adjust in or out, and I actually found that they were pushed pretty far out as far as you could go, other than the end ones. The end ones, I guess the bed is not perfectly square or parallel, so you do have to maneuver things a little bit. And I'm also tightening the original Torx screws that were in the side, those bolts that hold the brackets on. Now's the time for me to tighten those. And here you can see I am testing again, and it's not fitting. So it needs to be adjusted a little bit to pull those in. Now these are the only 2 that I'm attaching at this point, because the width of this is critical. The width on the top, of course, by the window is fixed, but the width here is adjustable. So you just got to find the right setting for it, and then go and tighten the rest of them down. And now that everything is tight, I do one more test just to make sure that I can get the latch in correctly. And it looks good. I tested the bed in both directions. There is a rubber gasket underneath the end of the cover, and it really does fit tight. I'm sure it'll loosen up over time, but you could barely, I didn't show it very well, but it is very tight against the tailgate, so I don't suspect that's going to be a place for any leaks. And at this point, I'm just adjusting the straps so that I could roll it up and hold it back. You definitely want to use the straps because you don't want it to be blowing in the wind while you're driving. And it's also a nice thing to have up there because it's a little bit of a cushion when you have something in the bed, some kind of a load in the bed. It's not going to push against the front too hard, against the glass or anything like that. Now I'm tightening the sides with the Velcro, and this will stretch over time, but when it's new, it's very tight. And there you have it. That's it. It's really not hard to do, and the nice thing about it is you can set, with the vehicle settings, you can make it so that the bed locks not only the trunk, but also the tailgate itself. So you'd need to unlock it before you could open the bed. That's pretty good. I mean, anybody can cut the vinyl in this case, but they're not going to know. They're not going to just be able to open the back and look in. So it's an extra bit of security. I like it. And if you like it, give this video a thumbs up and check for the link in the video description. And I'll see you in the next one. Hey there, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be the first to know when new videos are posted. Look for HandyDadTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit the website HandyDad.tv for more great ideas and information.